All right, let's start talking about this. Obviously, the first one was just free points. Okay, the second one came out to 12. If you're not sure, just try it in Python. The answer is 12 on that one. The next one, 110. So many of you had like 20 or something.
Yeah, it's because we added before we divided. I just realized what I did.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did 200.
Remember, it's exponents, parentheses, multiplication, division, then addition, subtraction. So that's what, okay, that makes sense. As I said, so many people had 20. I'm like, what? Okay, this next one is a 4. And this is a prime example where a lot of people said B equals 4. I mean,
it literally says just enter the number in the space provided.
I know.
It says it.
I gave credit. I just had to manually go check it. Okay. This one, majority of you I gave credit for. Actually, one of them I know I missed. It was one of the last few I graded.
I got 1 out of 1.
One of the last few I graded, I didn't give credit correctly. So you might need a point there. But it shows you hopefully what the correct answers are. So what I will tell you to do is if you put in something that I marked wrong, just prove to me that. In other words, this is what it should, this is what it is, and there's the answer. And send me an email and I'll give you the points. That's not a problem. Because it's hard to check all your stuff. Okay. This next one, I was very lenient on it. Some of you I just give credit because these what you call it there, the matchings, I don't know how they grade. I really don't. I don't even understand it in my other class. It's like they're just weird. So this one here, a lot of you had input and then int inside of input. Int needs to be outside of input. Okay. Now what I did, like on this one here, I go through and even though it might say you're wrong, check the points. Because a lot of times they give you points anyway. Because we can only, you know, obviously, unless you typed grade by hand, you got it wrong. So now you know, if you had typed grade by hand, you would have got credit.
So that's what we do on the next test, right?
No. All right, this next one here, I was trying to figure out what this is. It says print your age and month is string float. Actually, this one, okay. Convert age to float. Okay, that one's good. Multiply resulting value times 12. That's good. Oh, yeah, this one will work. It's just hard to tell what you guys write sometimes. Okay. So if you honestly got it right, send me the question number and I can check it. And if you contest it, you know, if you can prove to me, that's fine.
If we have 1 out of 1 point, we got it correct.
1 out of 1 is 1. Yes, you got 1 point. Now, some of them were 2. So if you get 2 out of 2 is full credit, 1 out of 2 is half credit, stuff like that. This next one is a 9 is the correct answer. A lot of you had that one wrong. I'm not quite sure what you did. Because if you do absolute value of x minus y, so what is 1 minus 10? Negative 9. Absolute value removes the negative, so it becomes 9. I don't know how you could have done that one differently, but that's what that one is. This one here just says write a line of code that uses the max function to calculate the maximum of x or y. So max x comma y is correct.
So I have m equals max parentheses bracket x y and then bracket.
Let's see what you got.
And I got
square bracket is wrong.
I did that because I was looking at one of the PowerPoints that said to do that.
Yeah, square bracket's wrong. It has to be the curved bracket. Technically, this is wrong, but since I already graded, because he missed the part about storing it in M, but I've already graded it, so they gave you credit. Feel good, feel happy. Yeah, I missed that one. Actually, you know what? Since he doesn't know this, he hasn't seen it yet, he didn't get credit because he forgot the M. Darn him, but he got credit on the other one.
Y and I didn't get credit because I thought it said like store in X or Y.
Oh,
it didn't
no.
say X and Y. It says X or, so I thought it was.
Yeah, well, what it's trying to do is see if you understand that you can actually check what is the maximum value of X or Y by putting it in that way. Okay.
I think I put this one.
I looked at that one.
All right, the next one down. What will D equal after the following 3 lines of code? Okay. It's 1. Okay, and so obviously x plus 2 So x is 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Y is 2. So y minus 1 is 1. So what is the minimum of 3 and 1? 1. So pretty simple there. This next one should be 400. And so it's not, so x is greater than y. X is not greater than y. So obviously we need to go down to the else.
I wasted so much time on this program, on this problem.
Me too.
I was like trying to figure out what this if statement was doing, and then I just looked up. I was like, wait a minute.
So we're down to the else.
Wasn't changing. I was like,
So with the else, we have x is greater than z. X is not greater than z. So we're in the second else. In the second else. Or in the first else, but the second else in the first. You know what I mean? So we get 400. Are you okay with
I
that?
thought I was, oh my god.
Okay, next one. Name is equal to name upper. I mean, some of the stuff y'all selected is like not even close. It was multiple choice. I mean, if you weren't sure, just type it. It was upper. It was just upper.
The only reason why I knew what that one was because of dot index.
Yeah.
I finally got in the habit of it's always going to be pretty much dot something.
Yes, it is. Because that's going in. Okay, this one here.
You answered.
I actually, but if you look at it, it's actually printing out the string 1. So I mean, technically, this is the right answer. 1's the right answer. But
That's correct as well.
it's not going to print the quotation.
it won't print the quotation marks, but I think he did it just so we would know it's printing out the string 1. So I gave him credit. It's not going to print the quotation marks, but it's still a string. So I was like, okay, I can see why he might have done that.
See my old teacher.
So I gave him credit. Next one here, we want the first letter and the last letter. Some of you, I had no clue where you came up with that. But this is how you do it. There's many ways to do it, but S0 in square brackets will give you the first letter, and -1 will give you the last. I mean, it's pretty basic there. Some of you had some stuff, I have no idea where it came from. Next one down, we were looking for a mixed case. Some of you, actually a couple of you put row state.
Yes.
I'm like, nowhere does it print row state. I mean, seriously, quite a few of you literally put down, you know, what would this code display? It would not display row state at all. It can't.
Gotcha.
Just because name equals that doesn't equal print statement.
So that's why I was confused. I'm like, what? Okay. Okay, this one here. If S starts with H, there's a multiple different ways you could do it. S0 equals H is fine as long as you got the 2 equal signs. Or starts with is also a function. You could use starts with. Some of you did that. That's fine as well. But some of you, I have no idea what you did.
Okay, well, I did that. I didn't put the colon at the end because it didn't ask.
You're okay. So
I didn't get credit for it.
let me see what you did.
I did the
I
exact
was
same.
okay. I don't think I counted off with the colon just because.
It looks correct.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so just mark the question down and send me an email saying you did correct. Yes? You did the same thing? Yeah, just send me an email. I'll fix it. Okay. Some of them, the formatting of the answers are so screwed up. Yeah, that's totally fine. If you miss something like that, send me an email and say, hey, this is Tyler. Give me 200 extra points. I'll be like, no.
Give me credit.
Give me all that.
Give me the question number, and I will check them. Next one, most of you got this one right. Not all, but most. Length of name
Same
is
thing.
greater than 10. Some of you had name parentheses with LEN inside. I'm like, not quite
CIT
right.
was graded pretty harshly on the cynical.
I think I did better than I was told I would.
But did you have the
They
same
did
thing?
it for that too.
All right, well,
He was like,
Maybe
no
I'm just
colon,
missing
no
over it.
credit.
see,
I mean, most teachers would do that.
it's hard. I mean, some of these, like William contacted me a couple times because some of them will look like it's correct, but you don't get full points. So I just didn't even look at them. But, all right. And I might have thought it was
If it said right, the line.
okay, this one here, the answer was 4. I really didn't do much with the multiple choice because those pretty much graded correctly.
I'm so glad he put the choices there because I would have forgotten the name. I was like, it's
And then
inside.
nested. I think most of you got that one. True. Most of you got that one as well. break. Most of you, not all, but most of you got that one.
It didn't tell me I was wrong when I put a capital.
Which symbols used to create a single line comment is the pound sign. I think everybody got that one.
So I missed this one because I had pound sign originally, but the next question, like, I was like, am I wrong? Because like, I tripped myself up because I second guessed myself. I'm
This
like,
question here,
there are
I was
comments.
amazed at how many people got it wrong.
I got it right.
Didn't I put it on the board for like 5
Yes,
minutes?
you did. You did. I
How
remember.
could people get it wrong? I was like,
Because you were like, if you don't look up here, you're just doing it wrong. If you put it up, and then no one.
I'm like, how did you get this wrong? It's like impossible. But oh well.
I don't know why that's called a comment and this is called
What?
a comment.
I put it into idle.
Ah.
and test
Yeah, I
it.
mean, it works. I
Me
mean,
too.
when you can use idle, if you're not sure, test the darn thing. Okay.
Equals 2.
I will tell you, for a lot of my classes, like forensics, I let you use the softwares. So test it if you're not sure. Okay. P is equal to 2 there. Now we're down to 26. Okay, how would you convert string and data variable to numeric integer? Just int. Pretty easy
So,
there.
This is
Here.
the next question.
This next one,
I don't understand at all.
I don't know why the heck. Most of you, I just gave full credit because I don't know what it did. If I did not give you full credit on this one, just let me know and I'll give you full, because I don't know what it did. I tried to figure. Some people, it literally showed all correct and didn't give them full credit. I'm like, what the?
I know what it was doing. It's like each one has 2 lines of code in it. Each answer is actually 2 lines of
Is
code.
that what it is?
Yeah, it's the x equals 1 and then x
Yeah.
plus equals 1. Like if you,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
one
so that would
line
be
and then the
2.
next one.
X equals 1, x plus plus, so x is equal to 2.
Yeah, that's what had me confused because I tried that and it still told me I was
Okay.
wrong.
I want that one
What the
blank because there
heck?
weren't enough.
Well, I don't think the format of the fill in the blanks were very.
Because you
friendly.
can't do x plus plus because that's not valid.
Oh, that's right, it isn't. Good point. Good point.
Yeah, and
all
So
the other
most of
answers
you, if you
didn't
did
equal
not get
3.
full credit on 27, let me know. Unless
well, I
you
didn't
have-
know what these did.
28 should be 12. Okay, what will x equal after the following operation?
Did you show that one? Because this one I didn't really understand.
Okay,
I
let's
guess
look.
it was the symbols. I
So
didn't
t is equal to
understand.
2, f is equal to 4, x is equal to 1. X plus equals t is the same thing as saying x is equal to x plus t.
Okay.
So x becomes 3. Okay, with me there?
Yeah.
Then x times equals f. That's the same thing as x is equal to x times f. So x is now 3, f is 4. So x is equal to 3 times 4. 12.
I got you.
Yeah, I was confused.
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
times?
it's called the compound operator. It's kind of weird, but they do work. They work in most languages. 29th is py for Python. You could have used pyw, but it's okay. 30.
I just did not understand, I guess, the difference between the single equal sign and the double.
Yeah,
equal sign.
that is a big issue for a lot of people. Let's explain. A single equal sign is an assignment operator. Age is equal to 4. So you're saying if age is equal to 4, you can't. That's a wrong statement. Okay? The double equal sign is the relational operator. Basically saying, hey, does age equal 4? Okay.
One is-
So single is an assignment, double is relational. You need to know that. Because that's going to be, again, on the next test, I can guarantee you.
Wait.
Okay, 31. How will you calculate 3 squared? I'm pretty sure everybody got full credit in here because it's weird.
So is it all correct or
No, it's not all correct. I just gave credit because I didn't like the way it graded. What this means is this one was not checked, so it was correct. This one was checked, so it was correct. This one's not checked, so it was correct.
Oh.
This one's not checked, so it was correct. So really, this is the only
Only
one you were
correct
supposed to
answer.
check.
But I checked
But
the
all of
bottom
them
one
went
and it says it's correct.
Right?
Do they all work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even show you that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's why you all got full credit.
I got a quarter of a credit.
What is it with you?
What's with your grade?
I got quarter-rolls.
Okay,
Make your own
well,
test,
send me-
Dewey.
I got a full
You
point.
two send me an email on that because I thought I gave credit to everybody. I'm
Make your own
under
test, Dewey.
But so B technically there was the correct answer.
Right.
Okay.
So this does work. A is equal to power.
Yeah, and all of them.
We're gonna try this right now.
Okay.
Because I never used those before.
I didn't ever use
I've
it
used
either. I just
Actually, sure, it's
tested
math
it to
dot,
make
not math
sure
dot
that
pal.
The three
I think they all work.
strips I know is correct. That's all in the PowerPoint. But I don't know what the rest of it.
So that works.
Mhm.
Looks like it works to me.
Math
Then,
pal.
Yeah, try math that out because we know that.
Math.pal is going to give you an output.
I'm gonna have to input, aren't I?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but yes.
Well, so it's obviously wrong then.
Dun,
Import
dun,
math at this point. It'll give me, what was it asking for? It was asking for,
How would you calculate?
oh yeah,
All three.
so really the last one is good.
So I'm the real right guy.
I mean, I chose the last one
GG.
too, and I
Yeah.
got full
High
credit.
five, man.
Okay.
I thought math dot pal.
I
was
said
like
for
fake,
most people, I just
honestly.
gave full credit, except for the two people that
Except for the guy that
for
got
some
it
reason
really
I don't want to
right.
give credit.
I don't know why you got screwed so hard.
Okay. All right, so if X is greater than 0 and X is not equal to Y, I know some of you require credit here because I graded some of these wrong. I just don't remember who I had to go back and check. So I didn't realize it till I was like halfway done. I'm like, crap, I know a couple of those I graded wrong. So we're looking for and. I could not remember if and worked in this, but it does. So yeah. So if I took off, let me know on that one. I'll fix it. And the next one should be should be A basically. Okay. Any questions on that one?
No.
All right.
That one's
Which
easy.
of the following is a valid function definition in Python? Obviously, A is good. What's wrong with the B? What's wrong with some function?
It's not defined.
Yeah, we're missing def. Define is too long. It needs to be def. Function, we're missing def, and that was missing def. So really, A is the only option here that's correct. 35, set, okay, according to the pseudocode statement, set A to 2 plus 3 times 4. So 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. What does A equal? 14. Did anyone get 24? No one's getting admitted, are they?
No, it was that Florida.
Actually, it would have been
messing
20. Yeah, because 2 plus 3 is 5 times 4 would be 20. Some people would put 20, but it's 24. I'm sorry, 14.
I think I almost put 20. Oh, no,
Okay,
it's this
according to the
one,
pseudocode statement here, set B. What do we do first on this one?
up. 6 plus
Right,
4 is
3
10.
times 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10. If you did 3 plus 4, you get 7 times 2 would be 14, which is incorrect, so it's 10. Okay, according to the pseudocode statement, set X to 2 times 3 plus 4. Now what do we do on this one?
That's 2 plus 3.
Parentheses, we got to do 2. You know, this test focuses a lot on order of operations, but in real life, that makes a big difference. So yeah, that was this question. Okay. 201. I know a bunch of you got this one wrong. I'm not
I
really
got
sure.
101
I almost got that.
Okay. A is 10.
because it's
B
a 101.
is
I know why.
10 squared, so it's 100. So the B is equal to B plus 101. Because remember, B is equal to 100.
Yeah, that's where I just messed up.
So
I
B
figured it
is
out.
equal to 100 plus 101. So because that's a 201.
I just realized because it has the B plus equals.
Yes. Yeah.
All
All right. 39. Wow. So many people got this wrong. It's because of the question mark. I'm sure it is.
It is.
I don't know. Are we sure the question mark was there the first go around?
I was. I counted it.
It was.
Put it in the code.
Quite a few got it right, but a lot got it wrong. Let's try idle to make sure.
That's what I think.
Yeah, if you're unsure, test. Okay, S equals. But I can guarantee you somebody would have tested like that. No, you need the question mark in there. Okay. T equals the length of S. What's T equal? 6.
Could have just said print.
Yeah, I could have print, but since I'm in the interpreter, I could just say T. It would have been fine. Okay, so you see how easy it is to test these things? And I know when you're taking a test, you're kind of like, I'm not thinking straight. Okay, the next one, the answer is number 3, which is print AB, because it would print PYTHON.
But that wouldn't have a space in between it, so.
Sure it would.
I tested it.
Yep, it does.
I thought we
Watch.
asked you about this. So
Oh, no, it
during
has
the
a
test.
space. It's PY.
If you use the comma method, it automatically has a space. If if you use the plus method. It doesn't.
Yeah, if you concatenate it with a plus, it won't do it. If I did print A plus B, now you're not going to get a space. See, that's the big difference.
Because the plus brings it together, the comma separates it.
Right. The plus is the string concatenation character, adds it together. The other one prints one space, next one space, next one space, next one space. All right, so that's number 3. Question 41. Okay, say you had the following code, you want it to be error-proof. So that is, use the, if the user enters bait data, the program won't crash. It will just tell the operator they made a mistake. So, what do you use? Well, the answer is try except. I don't think it was in 5. We just didn't walk through an
I
example.
didn't even know try except was a real command.
It's in the book. I don't think I made you do it in any of your programs or anything. So exception handling, kind of a big thing.
So we just got
I
dunked on by that
manually
question.
coded that into one of my homework
you
assignments,
missed
and
it.
then realized I didn't need
I
to.
was like, I think it's trying to accept, but I haven't even heard of it with what we were doing.
I thought that
Could
was just
search
a
your
dumb
slides. You would
answer.
have had it.
I know it was a thing in Java, but I wasn't sure if it was a thing.
It is.
Let's try catching Java.
See, I was about to look online. I mean,
Does try except exist?
Okay, and then number 1,
I literally.
what we're trying to print here. Which of the statements want to do? Print the word Python on 1 line, not 2, with no spaces in the word. Print A, comma N, and print B. We'll do it all in 1 line. Want to see that one?
I had to put that in the code. Or I had to put that.
So
in
if we
the
say
code.
we already have them assigned, print A, comma, and print B. Okay. There you go. That was with it. But since I'm in the interpreter, it prints 1, then the other. But it will do it. Okay. The next one here, I think you really could, you're supposed to have both A and C checked. Not sure how I graded those, but you really needed both of them. So if you only had one of them,
I only got half credit for that.
you would have got only half credit.
I didn't realize you could answer more than one.
I did, and I totally spaced on it.
All right, now the next one down, so many people had this wrong. Modulus is the percent sign. So you need a percent sign and a double equals.
That's what I missed.
Yeah. So if you didn't have both of those, it was marked wrong.
That's
All right, now the next one down, you needed both. Okay, well, let's read this one. Based on the logic, not Python code, how many times would testing be printed? So x is equal to 1, while x is less than 10. So we print testing. The next becomes 2. We print testing. X becomes 3. Print testing. X becomes 4. Print testing. X becomes 5. We print testing. X becomes 6. We print testing. X becomes 7. We print testing. X becomes 8. We print testing. X becomes 9. We print testing. And then
X becomes 10.
X
doesn't
becomes
print
10.
Doesn't print test.
Doesn't
So it should
so
be
it's
9.
9. So that's correct. So
So
why
I
did I
got
mark
half
it
the
wrong?
credit.
Because that question is marked as
Oh, yeah.
multiple answers.
That one's wrong. It should be just 9.
Hey, another
Okay,
one.
so
on the
do I
list.
need
It
to?
should be just 9. So yes, shoot out an email to me.
It is half a point.
Yeah, I was marked wrong. I mean, literally the exam, I tell you, when a lot of them copy and they do it wrong. So that one should just be 9. So if I took off points and you had just 9, I owe you points. If you had 10 and I gave you point whatever, then you would have complained and I'll remove the points. Okay. X is set X to 10, while X is less than or equal to 15. Ping X is X plus 1, it would print 6 times because we start at 10. So we print ping, then we go to 11, print ping, go to 12, print ping, go to 13, print ping, go to 14, print ping, go to 15.
Printing again.
Yeah, print ping, yeah. So 6 times.
Yeah,
That's good. Yep. All right.
Oh, because less than or equals. So that's why.
Now this one, I'm pretty sure I gave everybody credit here because I don't like the fix.
No.
It was confusing the way the fix came in. really fix number one. See, I was looking for fix to fix both, and none of the answers fix both. So really total equals total plus value belongs at 1, and then the average is equal to counter divided by value would be fixed 2. I think I gave everybody full credit on that one just because it was confusing.
No,
I didn't give you full credit.
no.
What is up with the way I graded your test?
He doesn't like you, Tyler.
Wow, he just.
You know what? You were one of the first ones finished, weren't you? But no, you're alphabetically near the beginning.
Yeah.
Because as the first couple I graded, as I graded farther, I'm like, wait a minute, so I just didn't go back
I
and
was
fix it.
literally the first one.
Yours was the last one. Just graded yours last.
It's weird, because I'm pretty sure I was like first or second.
No, I think I only graded one test during the test. But then I started alphabetical after that.
I have a fault.
All right, and then 48. What will the above script print? Okay. So it's going to go through 9 and then an exclamation point. Remember, with range, it goes to 1 less. So it'll start at 0, go to 9, then print an exclamation point. 49, a lot of people, okay, it's not 40, okay, in a minute, it's the next one. But this one here, it's going to start at 1 and go to 9, then print an exclamation point because we specified starting and ending.
This one I didn't understand at all.
Yeah, this one here, I think everybody got credit
I got it right.
because those are the correct answers right there, but I didn't know what the heck he was trying to do because, again, it's on multiple lines and it makes it hard.
He told you you were wrong.
I got half credit.
You got half credit on that one?
Yep.
That should be, I'll give you full credit. It's not a problem. Because there was a couple of them. Yeah, because I had them written down in my office, which one to give full credit on, I should bring it up with me. Now, 51 is one a lot of people got wrong. Okay. Write the for and x range statement that would call x to count from 1 to 100. Obviously, we need to start at 1. And since we want to count up to 100,
That's funny.
we need to have 101.
They literally answered, what if they answered 48 and 49 correctly? And this all.
But I had some stuff, I'm like, what is you even doing? I don't know what some of you even did. Okay. But it should be 1, 101. And I think I looked at everybody's to give you credit, but I can't be positive on that. Okay, this next one, define Fred. That's it. DEF Fred parentheses colon, done.
Define Fred.
Okay, this next one here. Write a function definition, just the defined statement, not a whole function for the function named Wilma. That's one parameter called x, so it'll be def Wilma parentheses x colon. That's it. That's all you need. So I give you credit for that
I
one.
guess I just didn't read these two for some reason. That's why I missed this.
All right, 54. This is the one that gave a lot of people problems. Okay, write a function named double me. So def double me. It should accept a parameter named value. So it's def double me parenthesis value parenthesis colon. That's the first 2 lines. Then you could have just said return value times 2.
That's what I did.
Or you could have done value equals value times 2, then return value, or any variety
Okay,
of
I
that.
did that, but I got no points for that. I did def.
I bet
double
you're
me.
missing something else.
I did def double me, and then I did value equals value.
Yeah,
times
but
two.
what's inside the double me?
So it's supposed to be value. Okay.
Accept the parameter named value.
Is this mine? I got like half the play with it because I turned it.
Just get the other point.
Yeah,
That's one point.
yours I don't think will work, but I'm like, there's a slight possibility. Because what you really did is value is equal to value times 2 is a statement. You can't return a statement. So you really should have just done return value times 2. But I wasn't 100% positive on there, so I gave you partial credit. I just did like testing it. Okay. A lot of people messed up on that one. Then this one here, write a single statement of code that shows you how to call double me function. The argument for the function is 100. Store the results in a variable, so value equals double me with 100 in parentheses. All I was looking for. And some of you gave me something I have no. You weren't in this class.
I called it. I just did double me, and I didn't.
Yeah,
actually
you have
set
to
equal.
store it into value.
I was-
And the last question. I know some of these are graded wrong, so check your answers. It says, look in the file code, it will not work. It will produce a runtime error. The problem is name is equal to input, and also greetings needs an argument.
Yeah.
So really, if you just put name inside of greetings, you would have fixed it.
Okay.
So the way
I
that,
got no points on that, but I think that.
Yeah, I think, I know some of these I
I
graded
said
wrong.
greetings and then evening.
Yeah, but see what you need is greetings right here. Needs
Yeah,
to have
that
something in
needs to have
parentheses.
name. That's what I was saying. It needs to
Oh,
be
you
an
put a
argument
name
and name
there.
there.
Oh. Yeah, 'cause then, okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay, I see what you did
I
now.
have a similar issue with them. I didn't put the S on this one, but the one that I was changing it to was correct.
Oh, change that to, okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was trying to understand, what?
Okay, so I will.
Greetings should be changed. Yep, that's good. Good point for that.
so I suppose I
You
did,
too?
I did mine differently, where I put name input inside greetings.
Name.
That way it would,
But you already had that. You can't because it'll still have a runtime error because greetings calling something with no arguments and you're calling something with arguments.
okay, yeah.
So it'll still crash. Shady, you okay back there on that one? You deleted it? What'd you do?
I would have got it right, but I timed down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think you timed out. A couple of you did.
I'm about to test mine.
All right, and then this last one, okay, not the last one, but this one here, I think most of you got credit for this one. What you needed to do was put some sort of value inside a float. So, you know, I mean, right now you're saying X is equal to float. Float what? I mean, float X would have been perfect, the best answer. So just like this one is a perfect answer.
Wait, where are we now?
We're on 57, because I didn't know what some of you were doing. It's like, what?
So why would that be the perfect answer? It's just because of the second line of code.
Right, because this right here is an error. You're saying X is equal to float. Float what?
Yeah, I said just combine them, and I went float input, enter a number.
You could do that. You could actually put float parentheses inside of there, put input, enter a number. Did you do that? Did I give you credit for it? Okay.
Yeah, you did. I was just wondering why is that the correct way?
Well, we're trying not to delete this line. See, normally it's easier just to fix a small amount than like replace multiple lines of code. So, but yours would have been fine as well. All right, now this one here, I saw everything in the world here. The problem here is we're not incrementing X, so this loop will go on forever. I saw all kinds of stuff, but really the answer is you need to increment X. X is equal to X plus 1, X plus equals 1, anything like that would have been perfect. And it would have to be inside the while loop, either before product, I mean, it was somewhere in there, okay?
So the answer has to be increment.
Increment X.
Okay, because I just put like if product equals 10,
No,
then
that-
right.
No, well, because it's still not
And
incremented.
his points.
Because this while loop here,
2.5 points.
you know, it's literally going to be less than 10. Yes, it's 1. It's never changed. It
Oh, I
won't-
mean, like if you put it in the loop, it would make it stop.
No, it won't, because even if I put a statement, if X equals to 10, but X is 1, X never changes.
I swear I tried it in a way.
Yeah.
So.
Impossible.
Entirely.
You also have to put it after the product equals parts.
Yeah, it probably should have gone after this one here or after this one here.
Yeah.
So really, I was just looking for X plus equals 1 or X equals X plus 1. If you can get that to work, we're going to name a new language called Dorothy.
If I would have just
Okay.
not messed up.
All right,
with double
any
digits.
other questions? Everybody happy with their? If you missed a couple, send me an email, again, with your name and the question number, and I'll check it. If you still believe you're right and I'm wrong, hey, I might be. Just let me know, okay? All right, I'm going to stop recording this.